everyone. Welcome to Diary of a Classroom Teacher. Thank you for coming back. If you're a subscriber or a frequent viewer, if you're new, thank you for visiting my channel. And if you like the content here, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it out with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss future videos. Now, in this week's video, it will all be a tour of our virtual learning space. Yes, school starts on October 5, and so the children will be returning to school, not physically, but virtually. So what have we done to prepare for virtual learning? That's what you'll be seeing in this week's video. I hope you enjoy it. Come along and take the tour with us of our virtual learning space. Okay, viewers, so as promised, we're showing you our working stations for virtual learning. So this here is Callie.
Hi everyone.
Hi Callie. Alright, so this is Callie's working station. She's going to be staying here for virtual learning. Well, this chart won't be here, it's just here for now. We need to put it on the wall. It keeps falling down, so that will be cleared. But Callie will be working around this desk. And what device will you be using, Callie?
A tablet.
Okay. Right, so Callie will be using that tablet right there along with earphones to keep out the distractions. And beside the tablet, over in the corner,
is my box of books. My box of supplies and my bag.
right, so she has her container over there with all her textbooks, her writing books, and she has her bag with her other school supplies. So that's where she'll be sitting for school. And then on the door right here, we have our class rules. That's set for Callie, mostly, right? And on the class rules, it says, come to learn. So when it comes to learning, this is what she's supposed to do. She's going to listen to instructions. She's going to enter and exit prepared. She's going to always try her best, respect herself and others, and make no excuses, but instead negotiate. And then above that, we have the welcome chart, and below we have the calendar. So we're in the month of October. Today is October 4. Tomorrow will be October 5, the start of the new school year. And over here by the window, in between the window and the door, we have some charts with some sight words on it for now, but it's like whiteboard, but it's colored, so she can utilize that to practice some skills that she'll be working on. She can utilize that right there. Above in the corner is the numbers chart that we had created from 1 to 45. And then coming over here, we have a chart titled 10 ways to be a good student. And Callie, can you come and read these 10 steps, please, of how it is you can be a good student?
Number 1, come to school every day.
Louder.
Come to school every day. Have your supplies ready. Have your materials organized. Pay attention in class. Complete assignments on time. Follow directions. Ask for help when you need it. Participate in class activities. Follow all school rules and always try to do your best.
And are you going to be a good student by following those 10 advice?
Yes, I am.
All right. So that's our 10 ways to be a good student chart. And opposite that, we have the word wall. Right, so up here we have the word wall that we created. That's mostly going to be used by Jael and Asher.
To learn their sight words.
Right, so we're helping them to learn their sight words. Unfortunately, I have not gotten the time to start Asher's sight word lessons yet due to the amount of sessions and PDs I have to be going to for back to school. But hopefully in the coming week, I'll be able to start them because we definitely need to get that on the road. And then hanging on this door are two charts. One
says
improve
your writing and the other write a story.
Right, so these are just some little
Charts. This chart is to improve my writing and this one is to improve my story writing.
right, so these are some writing practice charts that she can utilize to improve her writing skills when she is free from classes. So there are some activities in each of them that she can complete in her spare time to work on her writing skills and her story writing skills. So that's an example of one from that chart. And from the other chart,
Here is
okay, so that's an example of the other one from the story writing chart.
So it says, I saw big muddy footprints all over the kitchen floor. Bubbles' trained dog hates getting a bath. And the children saw a clown chasing some pigs down the road.
Right, so these are three different writing prompts on this card right here that she could use to make a story. So this could be one story, a second one, and a third one. So she has a couple in there that she can utilize to develop her story writing skills. Okay, so Callie,
Yeah.
are you liking your learning space?
Yes, I am.
You do? Okay, so that's your little space for learning. All right, let's go check out Jael's and Asher's learning space through this door. And look who we have here. Asher is standing up on the table and Jael is sitting by it. Take a seat, please. Thank you. All right, so here in the dining room we have Jael and Asher. This is their learning space. Right, so they're going to be utilizing this table for their learning instruction or virtual learning period time. Right, so Daddy is going to be sitting with them, the two of them, because they're in infant school. So he'll be in here with them. He'll start off with Asher first at 8:30 and then with Jael at 9:30. And they're going to be sitting in here on their tablets doing their stuff. Around them they have charts. Well, they have numbers charts up here on the wall. So this numbers chart has numbers 1 to 100. This is a multiplication chart really for Callie, but we placed it in here at the time. And over here we have a chart with some animals on it. So different kinds of animals, right, that they can learn about. Over on this old refrigerator, well, this is our learning cubby. That's what we call it now. It's not working anymore, so we have it as our little learning cubby. So on it we have this calendar, right? So this calendar is really for me. It's my calendar, my personal calendar that I'm going to use to put important notes for me to keep track of. And then down at the bottom we have some sight words that these two will be learning. Over on the side right here are two charts not being utilized at the moment but will soon be. Then on this wall we have that picture of a monkey that we can use to make some descriptive sentences about. That should be fun. We have a tree right there. And then over on this side of the door we have that chart. It's called our meal or schedule, right? So that's what is in here. Let me just take a little time to show you what's inside our learning cubby. When you look inside, this is what is in there. Now all these stuff at the top are for me. They are not to touch them at all without my permission. In these boxes, these are some shoe boxes, but I have some learning activities in them that I used when I was in class with my students. I have some alpha tops here that I created. So these are some alpha tops. Asher. So these are some alpha tops I created. They're in this container. There are some jacks right there. Snakes and ladders game. This is a pack of dominoes. Well, it doesn't stop at double 6. It goes all the way up to double 9. Right, and yeah, that's for that right there. Here is a pack of puzzles. It's 1,000 pieces. So I keep it in here because I don't want them to be touching that and getting the pieces lost. 1,000 pieces. I don't want not one to be lost. All right, and then in these little door holders, we have our alpha pops. We store them right there. We have some pack of cards. We have a timer. We have some picture cards right there. Down here we have some fudge sticks. We have some game cards, some sight word cards, pack of dominoes, and these are some letters of the alphabet made from sandpaper. So they're sandpaper letters. That's a Montessori activity to help them to feel the texture of the letters as they form them. Down the bottom we have inside here a whole lot of stuff. So under this shelf we have some more alpha tops. So excuse please, thank you. So we have some more alpha tops made from butter covers, of course. And we have in this box, okay, so this is poor video. It's not focusing. Come on. Focus. Alright, so in here are some blocks that they play with, like making building stuff and those things. Those are some alphabet puzzles in here. What's in here? Oh, a whole lot of things. A lot of alphabet stuff. So this is a shoe box, and so we have some alphabet cards. We use these for them to practice to hang them on the line. These are some beads with the letters of the alphabet on them. We have bingo cards in there with numbers and the alphabet. And this is a Bible password game that we have. That's a fluency card that's used to practice reading. And so that's what it looks like. In this we have some other alpha tops, but of a different kind. They're made from the covers of the Ensure bottles, so they are bigger and better to use for these little kiddos. So that's what is in there. Let's put these back. Okay, so that's what in that container. Right, going down the next shelf now, we have some Ensure bottles, but I call them my sight word bowling containers because I had them I came up with this activity 2 years ago in class. I used it with my students. I put letters on the top of them, the letters of the alphabet, and I also put some sight words on the side, and we use them as bowling bottles. So if they bowl down some letters, we try to form the letters together to make words. That's a fun activity. They all love that, and every day they almost wanted to bowl. That was fun. This is a feed the dog container, so it has the bones inside, but it's all torn up right now, so it's not looking like a dog anymore. But we have the bones inside with the letters of the alphabet on them, and it's just basically they would feed the dog the letter. So it's the dog is hungry for a letter. What letter are we going to feed him? Oh, maybe he's hungry for the letter R, and they would just feed him the letter R. Yum 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 yum. Okay, so that's fun for them to do in kindergarten. So that's our little feed the dog box. Alright, thank you. You can put that up. Alright, apart from that, this container has a whole lot more bottle covers from our Ensure bottles with the letters on them. They liked using these to build towers as well. That's their fun thing to do. We have some swatters that we use to swat words when we're practicing our sight words. This is a box with bingo cards. Yeah. And then down here is a bunch of other stuff. A whole lot of stuff. Right, so we have this easel that has a whiteboard on one side, and on the other side an abacus, and it can open out, and then in the middle this thing right here would go inside of it, and it would store the magnetic letters that could be used on the whiteboard. But we store those magnetic letters on the refrigerator right now. Furthermore, inside we have this container that we wrapped. It has inside of it some puzzle pieces. Right, we have more puzzle pieces over here. We have some rings that we made. I don't remember what we call them, but anyhow, they have words on them for them to practice to learn to read word families. And we have some cards over there that can be used to form sentences. We have balls inside. We have some flashcards. We have 2 containers with our number tops. We have shapes that we use from our shapes activity. Oops, this number top is all thrown out. We have a Scrabble in there, so that is just full of stuff and in need of organizing. Yeah. On the side of the refrigerator in the door, we have these little bats. We got them from a friend. We use them to play bounce the balloon. They like that. This is some more of from our sight word bowling kit. Down here we have some drafts boards that I created These are the numbers we're using on our calendar. So they take these, and each morning they put the date, correct number for the current date. Over here we have, these are some basting blocks that I made for myself, the jumbo version. So these are the flats for the hundreds. These are the number tops that I created to practice place value. Down here we have some alphabet cards. So these are some for them to play alphabet match. So they would use these water covers to match with the alphabet on these cards. And then we have right here this word building activity. So we'll get a flashcard with the word, put it right here, they would read it,
Then they would build it.
hold on, for example, so put the word good right there, they'd read it, then they can use the alpha tops and build it, or they can use Play-Doh, matchstick, whatever you want them to use to build the word, and then they practice writing it down here. So that's that little card right there, and then we have a little alphabet snakes and ladder kind of thing game. So that's what's in our little cubby or recycled refrigerator. That's all the activities we have in there. So yep, that's what we have so far. Let me put this back up here. All right, and we can see Asher is all in his bag, digging up all the stuff in there. And then over here we have the containers for Asher and Jael that they're going to be using at school. This is Jael's container and her school bag. This is Asher's container, and he has taken down his school bag. These are their lunch bags along with mine. Huss's own is supposed to be there too because he's going to be in school too, so we need to put that in. And so that's their lunch bag, ready for them to have when it's lunchtime and snack time. So this table will be cleared when it's time for them to have school tomorrow. Okay, so Jael and Asher, are you loving your space? Are you loving your space?
Yes, Mommy.
Okay, so yeah, this is the room for Jael and Asher to be in for their virtual learning. Now let's check out my space in there. Okay, so this is my working area for virtual learning. I'm basically going to be around this desk right here that I will be utilizing. So over here I have all my books that I'm going to be utilizing in my class, some folders, the computer, I'm going to be using that. That's the tripod that I'm going to be using to provide lighting, because sitting from this angle they won't be able to see my face very clearly, like how this camera is not focusing right now. Let's see, come on, focus. Good. Right, so the tripod is there to provide more lighting for them to see me. Speakers are on at the moment, and that's just it for me. I have that container with pencils and stuff. Yeah, my desk is a hot mess, so don't pay that any mind. Yeah, that's a teacher's life, a part of teacher's life, you know, just full of chaos and mess. So this basically is just my working area that I'm going to be utilizing. Yep, so that's it. That's a little tour of our learning environment. Okay, so that's it. Say bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
You're not in the camera, Asher. Where are you?
He's digging in the pencil case.
Where are you, Asher? Come and say bye to everyone.
Bye. Bye.
They're not seeing you. No shouting.
Bye.
Go beside Callie.
Bye. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
All right. Bye. Say bye,
Don't forget
Asher.
to like,